Get ready to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Prescott looks to throw on first. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott.
Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, Prescott. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against, but you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. That catch good for only a couple.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. Catch is made by Metcalf. Touchdown! DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. To throw, Cousins. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Here comes Pettis on the return. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
18-yard line.
Prescott from the gun. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They start the drive with Cook. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Cousins. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Cousins.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
3rd down.
Here's Prescott. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Following the interception, Cousins. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Well, their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. It isn't normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that. Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins is going to float this over the middle deep, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Cousins from the gun on third. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up fourth down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Cousins gives way to Cook. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Cousins flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Handoff comes to Cook. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings! Tyler Conklin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit heal up and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Prescott to throw it. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. Room here to run. And down inside the 15 he goes. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Cook stripped, the ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 30, 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And the Vikings pick up the football. There he goes left side. The 40. Past the 20. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Rosas now to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much...
It got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. That's to Cook out of the backfield. Cook able to escape. Well, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And complete, right side to Cook. Touchdown! Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 5. To throw is Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. And again, it's Prescott.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Jabril Cox there on the tackle.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. 2nd in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second and very short, Cousins. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. From the red zone now, Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the night. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join.
And now here's another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And a short gain down to about the 33. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Cousins now. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. First down, here's Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Vikings! Irv Smith Jr., his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Dante Pettis now from his end zone.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. From the 29, Prescott. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Prescott looks to throw on first. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. The utter domination here just... continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 84 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Madison. And a short gain down to about the 33. Micah Parsons, the rookie, in on the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Rolling to his right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now Mon. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Micah Parsons in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Prescott's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. From the red zone now, Prescott. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On second down, Pollard muscles him off. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Zerline good with a PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
Prime time, baby.
Touchdown, Vikings! That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw there caught by Gallup. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup. Off the play fake, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And now here's another interception. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Mond now off of play action. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They'll run with Madison. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal. Check out the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run with Madison, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided? And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Here's Madison running on first down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game. That number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball, and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator,